that little scamp?
Here I am, Mother! Here I am, Mother!
Oh, Jimmy, where have you been? Your tea's nearly cold.
Sorry, Mother, I've been up to the post office to collect my old age pension. Mother, I've been thinking, why can't I wear long trousers like the other boys?
Long trousers?
Long trousers.
Oh, you little tinker, whatever for?
Well, the hair on my legs is beginning to turn grey. Oh, Mother, I'm nearly 83. Oh, please, Mother, please.
Shut up, you moaning cake-hole, and eat your tea.
Right, what is it, Mother?
What you always have, monkey glands.
Yes, the studio that gave you the Clitheroe Kid now gives you a show so heartwarming, so knee-trembling, so nose-gripping that only the BBC would dare.
Ladies and gentlemen, the programme that contains 99% of all known jokes, Round the Horne.
The story so far. The Japs were getting nearer. Brutal drill pig Sergeant Hugh Paddock, a regular now for the last 21 years, thanks to Boggis's fruit salts, crouched in a foxhole. Nearby, a fox, played by nimble Betty Marsden in a skin, crouched in a Hugh Paddock hole which he'd just dug. The sergeant looked at his two companions, Second Lieutenant Bill Pertwee, he of the apple cheeks and pear-shaped body, and boyish, wistful Kenneth Williams, bent, as always, under the weight of the vicar's machine gun. He'd borrowed it from the vicar. Suddenly, Williams leapt to his feet, and unbuckling the Sam Brown belt that held up Sam Brown's trousers, and brandishing them above his head, he cried, "I'm going over the top." The censor got him before he'd gone too young. But suddenly, when all seemed lost, they heard the cry that told them that the long-awaited succor was on its way.
Good evening, this is the long-awaited succor, Kenneth Horne. And that was Douglas Smith, England's only nudist kosher butcher and man about town. The town, of course, being West Hartlepool. As this is the first of a brand new series, here are the answers to last week's questions. Answer to question 1, complete the first lines of the following songs, If I Were a Blackbird, I'd... Well, the answer is I'd whistle and sing, and I positively will not accept any other suggestion. The second song was There's a Rainbow Round My. Now, we got an amazing number of replies to this. Haven't had so many since we asked you to complete Over My Shoulder Goes. And really, it makes it very difficult for us to keep up the high reputation for sophisticated comedy that we've never had. And now, back again, hot foot from his thick army socks, comes that debonair yobbo, Douglas Smith.
Hello again, fans. And now, the further adventures of Kenneth Horne, Master Spy.
I sat at the gaming table of my club. I'd been losing heavily at shemmy, and not for the first time the thought crossed my mind, I wish I could shemmy like my sister Kate. I was in trouble and I knew it. Opposite me sat my adversary, the head of Stench, whose initials stood for Special Executive for Terrorism, Extortion, Nuclear Counter-Espionage, and Hand Laundry. So this was Cronkmeyer, the arch-criminal. He spoke.
Come, Mr. Horne, Ducky, your deal.
I beg your pardon. Where does Ducky come in?
I interpolated it. After you said arch, if you'd wanted a butch criminal, you only had to say so. I can be as butch as the next man, can't I?
Of course you can.
See? Oh, yes. I'm not limited, am I? I've got range. I've got the range. I'm versatile.
Of course. Versatile?
And I, though?
Mean. Bottomless, his personality. He can run the gamut. Go on,
Yes,
run
I
the gamut for him.
Yes,
Go on,
I
really.
can.
Yes, do your act.
All right.
The one you do up the clubs up north.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of Greensboro, I went to a Hollywood party the other night with my roving microphone. Well, here I am at a Hollywood party, and who's that over there? Why, it's Tom Mix talking to lovely Theda Bara. Hello, lovely Theda Bara. Hello, Tom Mix.
Did Theda Bara really sound like that?
Yes! That's what ruined her when talkies come in.
I don't want to appear stuffy, but we're in the middle of a James Bond parody. I mean, you've only got one line, no need to make a meal of it.
Here, I'll do it, Mr. Horne. I'm very humble. I'm grateful for anything. Here, now, come on, please, Mr. Horne, please. However menial it is, I'll do it. I'm humble, you see, humble.
Oh, here we go. Welcome return of Uriah Pertwee.
Here, did you hear that, Mr. Horne? The way they sneer at me because I'm a provincial. They look down on me. They laugh at my rude moleskin trousers and my clumsy manners. They mock me because I'm not one of the fancy. But who would fancy anyone in rude moleskin trousers?
A rude mole man.
You hates me, Master Kenneth, you always did. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Why am I so ugly? Why am I so ugly?
Answers, please, on a postcard to Round the Horne, care of the BBC.
Betty, please don't you start, dear. I thought I could rely on you.
Yes. You thought you'd bought my loyalty, among other things. Yes. With, may I tell you, a plate of oysters and a bottle of milk stout. I was a good girl till I met him. Selling flowers in Covent Garden I was. Then he come along. He had a wager with his fine gentleman friend, Colonel Eddie Braden.
You great airy fool.
Yeah. He said he'd pass me off as a duchess.
Yes, he promised me the same thing.
Any luck?
Wow, so. Between ourselves, I think the Duke's beginning to suspect something.
I and Bernie Winters are now appearing in bearskins and frolics at the Opera House Glyndebourne.
Meanwhile, back at the plot.
Cronkmeyer and I stared across the gaming table at each other. His eyes smouldered fiercely, so I stubbed them out in an ashtray. Cronkmeyer's hand snaked under his jacket and re-emerged holding something small, black and shiny that I recognized with a tremor of fear.
You know what this is, Mr. Horne?
Yes, a pickled walnut.
Precisely, and I'm not afraid to use it.
There was only one thing that could save me now. I had to go for my gun. Excuse me, Cronkmeyer, I have to go for my gun.
Well, hurry back. I'll hang about here all night, clutching a soggy pickled walnut.
I slipped out into the bar. At that moment, a waiter sidled over, sneezed discreetly in my drink, and whispered up my nose. It was the message I had been expecting. M wanted to see me at once. I hailed a passing announcer and told him to step on it. Smith?
Yes, sir.
Step on it, will you?
Very good, sir. There, I stepped on it. It's quite dead now.
Oh, thank you. Then announce me to the headquarters of MI5.
Certainly, sir. 5 minutes later, outside a small back room in the top security wing of Whitehall.
Come in, comrade.
M's new secretary sat behind the desk. She had everything a tough, virile man could want. Big biceps. A huge black beard. Not formally good-looking, but interesting to a certain kind of man. Bertram Mills, Billy Smart. She spoke again.
If you wish to see M, that decadent imperialist capitalist hyena, I'll tell him your ear.
She waved me in the direction of the office with her Communist Party membership card. There was something wrong. What was she doing here? I'd have to ask M. I strode into his office. He was bent over his work. Off duty, as straight as a die.
Ah, Horne, I'm glad you come.
That girl outside, your new secretary.
Oh, me Gladys.
Yes, has she defected recently?
Well, none of us is perfect.
No.
But we've got something far more important to worry about. Here, take these binoculars. Look out of this window at the Houses of Parliament. Now, what do you see?
I see the Earl of Arran's at it again.
Look at Big Ben.
But that's not Big Ben. What is it?
It's just coming up to 12 o'clock. Listen.
50-foot-high cuckoo.
Yes. Indeed. Someone's stolen Big Ben and substituted a mechanical cuckoo. So far, we've managed to cover it up. The BBC have been very cooperative. Before the 10 o'clock news, Hugh Green, the Director General himself, comes into the studio and shouts, "Bing bong." But if the poor chap ever gets laryngitis, it'll mean civil war.
Yes, but who could have taken Big Ben? I mean, it'd be very difficult to get it out of the country.
Yes, we've alerted the police and customs officials to be on the lookout for a very tall man with an enormous bulge in his waistcoat pocket. We do have one slight clue to the identity of the thief, a visiting card left at the scene of the crime. Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Chu-En Ginsberg, international clock thief, 14 Station Parade, Switzerland. Yeah, not much to go on, but why Switzerland?
Well, I think the scriptwriters are planning some dreadful joke about what's the matter, Horne.
Quite possible.
You will be on your guard against that, won't you? Splendid. Now, you'll need some special equipment. Colonel Haverstrap of Stores will be glad to fill you in. He never liked you.
I hurried to the bottom of the page where Colonel Haverstrap was waiting for me, disguised as a greasy thumbprint.
Well, all right, Horne, here's your equipment. These are your small arms, these are your puny airy legs, and this is your plastic Japanese junior spy kit, comprising a small plastic dagger, the egg in bag trick, a revolving bow tie, nail-through finger trick, an exploding banjo, and this.
What is it?
If there's no other way out, we use this card, but remember, you can only use it once.
Get out of jail free.
Right, good luck, Horne. There's a plane leaving London Airport for Switzerland in 8 bars' time. Be on it.
I relaxed in the luxury first-class compartment of the super Constellation Pan World Airways swept wing Sopwith Camel that was to take me to my rendezvous with fate. The hostess bent over me.
We're about to take off, sir. Would you like a boiled sweet or cotton wool?
No, I won't have the boiled sweets. They just fall out of my ears. I'll just have some cotton wool, thank you.
Here you are, sir.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it's delicious. Lovely. And suddenly I realized, too late, the cotton wool had been impregnated with a sleep-inducing drug manufactured from a blend of poppy seed, licorice, and cenopods. Well, to be honest, it didn't induce sleep, but it seemed the safest thing to do. My head spun, and then blackness engulfed me. When I came to, I found myself in a bare room, strapped to an operating table. A face swam into focus, an evil yellow face, the inscrutable Dr. Chu-En Ginsberg.
Ah, Mr. Horne. So we meet again. I stole Big Ben.
But why?
Because I wanted to undermine foundations of British Empire. Because I want to show I'm the most powerful man in the whole universe. Besides, my Mickey Mouse wristwatch are broken. But you will never live to tell, Horne. You're going to die. But before you die, you will be tortured. Aha. It's about half a dozen of those, but I think we can take them as read. All right, Mr. Horne. I clap hands. And here comes Charlie.
Yes, Gov.
Good heavens, isn't that your concubine, Lotus Blossom?
Yes, but changed name by deed poll. Neighbors starting to talk. Now known as Charlie Girl from hit musical of same name. I laughed till my sides ache. Harold Hobson, Sunday Times. Now, my little bamboo shoot, my little sigh, double chin.
So, mighty Mandarin, what is your bidding? I await your behest.
I am never at my best in this time of the morning. Go, my little nightingale, and prepare the torture.
Yes, so, mighty warlord, I run like a fleet gazelle.
if you can imagine a fleet gazelle with hobnail boots on. Now, Mr. Horne, I shall leave you to await my little friend, on whom no man has looked and lived. Goodbye, Mr. Horne. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
I was alone. I thought, Horne, this is it. I started to saw through my bonds. And someone in Pinewood Bond started to saw through his horns. Well, when you're in show business, you help each other. Then the door creaked open. A strange, wild-haired creature with insane, staring eyes and great fangs stood there. It opened its huge, ravenous maw, and from its throat issued a spine-chilling sound which made my blood turn cold.
Tears have been my home.
And here to pile their peculiar brand of Pelion on this load of old osser. It's all right, it's not dirty, I looked it up. The Fraser Hayes Four to sing you a track from their new LP, Let's Have a Party with the Lord's Day Observance Society Saxophone Quartet. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fraser Hayes Four.
Well, an itty-bitty termite, he came knocking on my front door. Well, he walked right in, sat right down, started nibbling on the kitchen floor. Well, he chewed on the walls, on the ceilings and the halls. Lord knows he tried, but he kept getting thinner, never got no dinner. Finally, he sat up and cried.
He said it's plastic, I know it's plastic.
Well, I know it ain't no wood,
And it can't do me no good because it's plastic. I say it's plastic. Everything's gonna be plastic by and by.
Well, now early one morning, the month of May, I went down to the beach. There were cuties and beauties in their little bathing suities, and all of them within my reach. Now a 38, 24, 36 miss just happened to be walking my way. I said, please don't think me nervy, but you look so very curvy. Tell me how you got that way.
She said it's plastic. It's only plastic.
It's as pretty as can be, but you know that it ain't me.
She said it's plastic. I said it's plastic. Everything's gonna be plastic by and by.
They're saying someday soon we'll have a plastic moon shining through the plastic trees.
There'll be plastic ladies with plastic babies bouncing on the plastic knees. Now you may not agree that it's all gonna be, and this program may make you sore. But if you have a desire, throw your set in the fire, we'll smash it down the floor.
Remember it's plastic. We'll say it's plastic.
Now you can boil it, fry it, or bake it.
Yeah, you know you just can't make it because it's plastic. You know it's plastic. Everything's gonna be plastic.
Situation's gonna get drastic.
Everything's gonna be plastic by and by. By and by.
And thank you, the Plastic Fraser Hayes Four.
And now the part of the show that keeps you up to date with what today's people are doing. Trends.
And first, the world of art.
Pops out.
Well, pop it back in again, will you? Let's get on with the show. Next, fashion.
Balenciaga's dropped his skirts again.
Oh, bad luck, Balenciaga. And what are the trendy people doing?
Jean Shrimpton still has that indescribable stamp about her.
Actress Samantha Eggar is rumored to be starting a company to promote her career. It is to be called the Eggar Marketing Board.
So why not go to work on an Eggar?
Still leading the pop music trend is that doyen of folk singers, Rambling Sid Rumpo. Well, we asked him to come along and sing some of his songs tonight, but unfortunately, he could. And here he is, rambling Sid Rumpo.
Well, now, me dearie, I'll sing without it, for I've crumpled my doodler.
That must be very painful for you, wasn't it? I'll give you the address of my garage. Yeah. Now, what are you going to sing for us this week?
It is a hoary old folk song that I picked out from a home for hoary old folks. It is a quartern song air which tells of the coming of spring to Clapham Junction. And it's about this young swain of they parts who goes forth to seek his true love. Suddenly spies this winsome creature sitting in the window with flaxen tresses flowing in the breeze. And he stands under the window in the moonlight, plighting his troth. And he sings, if you will marry me, my love, I'll give you a ruby ring, a single rose, peacock in a cage, and the moon to wear for a garland in your hair, and 3 books of green stamps. And then the object of his desires looks haughty at him, and tossing back the flaxen ringlets, sings this plaintive lament. Oh, you give me a single rose and a ruby ring to wear, oh, a peacock in a cage of gold and moonbeams for my hair, oh. I cannot marry thee, sir, I cannot marry thee, sir, for I am promised to someone else. Besides, I am a geezer. Geezer, geezer, because I am a geezer. Oh! Oh! I think I've rigged myself.
Thank you, rambling Sid. And they say romance is dead, don't they? Now, for trendy people, the final accolade is to appear on one of the late-night television shows where exciting, fun, with it, super-type people get together and make boring, flat conversation for an hour. I tuned in last Sunday night just in time to hear...
And now, embalmed from London, the Seamus Android Show.
And here is your host, Seamus Android.
Well, we've got a really dull show for you tonight. You'll be meeting some extremely lifeless non-entities with some off-the-cuff Sunday night rubbish that I'm sure will bore the pants off you. My first guest is one of the original Gaiety girls, now starring in a West End musical at the age of 98, Gladys Runt. Well, Gladys, you're 98. How does it feel?
I can't remember.
To be back in the West End. You must have some wonderful memories. Sure.
Yes, I have.
I thought so.
I have some very wonderful memories. Some very, very wonderful memories.
Really? Well, that's wonderful. Now, would you like to tell us one of your wonderful memories?
I'd like to. I'd like to very much, but I can't remember.
But surely there's an anecdote told about you and Bernard Shaw.
Oh! Yes. That one.
Yes, that one.
Well, I was playing in Captain Brassbound's Conversion. And one night, Mr. Shaw himself watched the performance from the wings. When I came off, we stood together for a few moments, and then he leant very close to me and whispered in my ear in that gracious way of his. He said, "Get off my foot, you silly old tart."
Very wise, very wise. And how true those words are even today. And talking. And talking of hamster breeding in West Sussex brings me to our next guest, the well-known stuttering Irish raconteur, Paddy Hanbell.
Now, Paddy, how about telling us one of those wonderful and interminable anecdotes of yours?
Well, I was sitting on the... Come along, dear. Panel.
Yes, well, thank you very much, Paddy. That's all we've got time for this week. But tune in again next week when you'll be meeting some more Sunday night people who make you long for Monday morning. Good night.
Well, there's nothing like good conversation. I think you'll agree that the Shameless Android show is just that. Nothing like good conversation. Now, the trouble with trends is that they change so often. And so last week I thought it was time to pay another visit to Carnaby Street to equip myself with a new wardrobe. And so, taking my courage in both hands, I went along to a men's boutique that calls itself Boner Drag. Hello, anyone there?
Hello, I'm Julian. It's my friend Sandy.
Oh, it's Mr. Horne. How boner to Valdurique again. Of course, we're only filling in here, aren't we, though? Between acting jobs, you see. It's been a bit slack lately, a bit slack, hasn't it, though?
Sam did have a tickle from the tenants last week.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
had a tickle.
What, HM tenant impresario?
No, the tenant's upstairs. Runs on his half landing. They're in advertising, you know. They got us a commercial on telly, didn't they? Oh, you might have seen it. We just do the voices.
Jules says in this great gruff voice, don't come natural to you, do it? No, don't
No, I'm more you like baritone, aren't I?
Yeah, they're more than like baritone, you see, and he says, what are you doing? Like that, don't you? What are you doing? And then I say, I'm the pea that can't get into the packet.
The packet took your part lovely.
How lovely I did.
Oh, he makes a very convincing pea. Anyway, Mr. Horne, what can we do for you?
Well, with all these new clothes coming out, I thought it was about time I got up to scratch.
Well, don't let us stop you. Yeah, well, hang on a minute. I think Sand and I can show you something fairly kinky, if you'd like to hang on for a sec.
Yes, and I'd like to see some clothes as well.
Let's see, though, and seriously, no. How about a nice Paisley Army style battle dress jacket?
Army style?
Yes, we call it Aldershot Camp.
Haven't you got anything more conservative?
Only in bespoke. Go on, Jules, show me your swatch.
All right, well, fawn tweed's nice. Why not fawn?
Him? Fawn? I wouldn't cheapen myself. I've got it. Show him your op.
Eh?
Well, no, thanks. I've just had breakfast.
Our party means, here we are, PVC with your bullseyes all over it. Very trendy and
lovely.
Inner than in, innit?
Ooh, I go right off. Here, try this on. It's a PVC raincoat.
And, of course, you'll want these PVC thigh-length boots.
Oh, and a PVC cap to complete the tout plastic ensemble. You see? Your actual French, that is.
Yes.
Yes, there, look.
Oh,
No,
yes,
that's true,
yes,
yes.
that's true.
Look at yourself in the mirror. Go on, look at yourself.
Yeah?
Go on, look in the mirror.
Yeah,
What do you think?
Well, I look rather like an eccentric fireman, but I suppose if it's the thing to wear, I better have it. Now, one problem, though, how do I get it dry clean?
You don't! You don't! Don't worry, you see, we have an arrangement with the garage next door. As soon as it gets grubby, you just nip in the 5-minute car wash, you see? And then half a dozen Irishmen hose you down.
Well, that's the end of this week's show, except for a police message. If any passerby in Lisle Street last Saturday night witnessed a middle-aged man stagger out of the Peeperama Strip Club and get knocked down by a passing cyclist, would you please keep quiet about it, as my wife thinks I was in Folkestone. Goodbye, see you next week.
That was Round the Horne, starring Kenneth Horne, with Kenneth Williams, Hugh Paddick, Betty Marsden, and Bill Pertwee. On the musical side, you heard the Fraser Hayes Four and Edwin Braden and the Hornblowers. The script was written by Barry Cooke and Marty Feldman, and the show is produced by John Simmons.
This week, Have a Go comes to you from a prune blasting factory in the lovely little village of Grimsby. Hello, Grimsby. How do? Hello. Now, what's in the jackpot this week, Mabel?
Well, there's a pot of jam, an elastic stocking, a rancid pork pie, a tennis racket press, a bottle of Dr. Catamole's lightning horse purge, 8 and 6 in counterfeit money, and what looks like a hairy bread pudding.
Oh.
It's been there for some weeks now.
Oh, my word, well, that's worth winning, isn't it? Now, the first contestant coming up now is a charming, grey-haired old gentleman. Here he is, here he is. Yes, here he is. Now, prop him up against the microphone, Mabel. Now, sir, now, sir.
I'm 92 today.
Yes, and you look every day of it. Yes, sort of charming old idiot. Well, now, Sydney, I can call you Sydney, can't I?
You can if you like, Wilfred. Only me name's Gladys.
Yes, the studio that gave you Have a Go now gives you a show so breathtaking, so stomach-turning, so underwhelming that only the BBC would dare.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show that makes you clench your teeth and fling them at the radio set. Round the Horne!
The story so far. The 4 boys stood in front of the headmaster, played by old ivy-covered Bill Pertwee. He of the goatee beard and even more goatee aroma. His eyes took them in and brought them up as if they were his own. Jumbo Marsden, the fat owl of the remove, as he stood there toasting his muffin in front of the fire. Hugh Paddick in his Eton collar with his moth-eaten haircut. And Kenneth Stinker Williams, the fag with the filter tip. Which of these boys had dallied with his daughter, Clarissa? He turned to her, the apple of his eye and the pomegranate of his nose. A tousle-haired moppet of only 43. Clarissa, he said, I feel you haven't been entirely honest with me. Are you holding something back? The little girl nodded, and taking off her curly wig, she said,
My name's Kenneth Horne. That was, of course, Douglas Smith. Now for the answers to last week's questions. Complete the following song titles. Well, question 1, Walk Right In, Sit Down and. Well, the answer was, of course, Baby, Let Your Hair Hang Down. Now, many of you wanted to walk right in, sit right down, and do something else entirely. In fact, what a Mr. Gruntfuttock of Hoxton wants to walk in, sit down, and do is not only physically impossible, but extremely dangerous to passers-by. The second song title you had to complete was The Sailor with the Navy Blue. And the answer was, of course, Eyes, which all of you got, with the exception, I need hardly tell you, of Mr. Gruntfuttock of Hoxton, who made a startlingly inaccurate guess. Now, the third song title was Show Me the Way To. And here Mr. Gruntfuttock again excelled himself. And in answer to your pitiful inquiry, all I can say is if you don't know the way to at your age, you never will. All right. Now, on with the show. Smith.
Sir.
Fit?
No, thank you, sir. I've just had one.
Oh. Well, perhaps some other time. Now, announce the next item, will you?
Yes, sir. And now, it's Kenneth Horne, still pulling them in.
Well, at his age, you have to.
In his second breathtaking week as Kenneth Horne, Master Spy.
My pursuit of Big Ben, stolen by fiendish mastermind Dr. Chuen Ginsberg, had led me to an underground laboratory somewhere in Switzerland. There, captured and strapped to an operating table, I was forced to submit to the dreaded torture of being sung to by Ken Dodd.
Her tears have been my only consolation.
Oh, stop it, stop it. I can't stand it, I tell you. I can't stand it.
All right, dear. All right, we'll let you know. Yes, All right, Doddy, I think we have softened him up. Well, Mr. Horne, will you talk now?
No, you'll get nothing out of me, Chuen Ginsberg. We special agents are trained to withstand pressure up to the strength of David Whitfield.
Then we shall have to try more brutal methods. Doddy, you know what to do?
You mean?
Yes. Doddy, do your act.
The awful tormentor advanced on me, brandishing his tickling stick.
Oh, hi, I would like to say how tickled I am. Hi, tickled I am to be here. Have you ever been tickled, Mrs.? Oh, have you ever been tickled down a stiff quarry by the giddy people? Oh, and what about the fellow with the fur? Being tickled up. Hey, being tickled up, the fellow with the fur. Was me shirt. Was me shirt.
He went on and on and on, day after day. Series after series.
Well, Mr. Horne.
All right, I'll tell you anything you want to know. What is it you want?
Kathy Kirby.
The ultimate deterrent. You know that's top secret. Why do you ask?
Because I have funny line about fallout.
About fallout?
Yes. But on second thoughts, won't bother. No, very crude, would be cut. But I make you proposition.
Proposition?
Yes, proposition. P-L-O-P.
All right, I know. I can spell. I can. Now, what are you suggesting?
In the return for Kathy Kirby, I will give you back Blig Blen to British government.
And what do you intend to do with Kathy Kirby?
Don't know yet, but bound to think of something. We Japanese, ingenious little people, perhaps copy her and flood the market with cheap imitations.
The British people would never let her go.
We shall see. Have communicated with your government. They have till midnight tonight to think it over. If they do not forward Kathy Kirby in condition in which I would wish to find her, you will die worse death than joke about fallout.
He made a low obeisance and excused himself. And then he turned on his heel and bit it savagely. Suddenly he pressed a button concealed in his waistcoat and a secret panel in his kimono slid open. Out of it stepped a beautiful girl in thigh-length boots and a bikini.
You know all about me, I think, Mr. Horne.
Pussy galore.
I've never had any complaints.
She will guard you. Do not attempt anything funny. She's got no sense of humor. I warn you, Mr. Horne, this young lady expert in judo.
Yes, I am a green belt. You know what that means?
Yes, I do. It means I mustn't build a factory on you without permission of the local authority.
I must go now and prepare to meet my maker.
You're going to commit suicide?
No, it's bookmaker.
Oh.
It's a lousy joke, but he always gets a round of applause at Gleesborough Working Men's Club. Well, into finishing song. Pack up all my cares and woe, here I go, away, bye.
Kenneth Williams can be seen in the little hut in Leicester Square. Soap and towels, threepence extra. But enough of pleasantries, back to the action.
The girl and I stared at each other. She was proud with something about her of an Arab steed. An old horse blanket, I think it was. She looked at me haughtily and tossed her head back in one gulp.
If you behave yourself, Mr. Horne, you and I will get along very well.
And if I don't behave myself?
Then we'll get along even better.
I read the message in her eyes. It said, vacant possession. View by appointment, sorry, no children. I made a sudden move to a semi-detached in Finchley and lowered the tone of the neighborhood. But too late she grabbed me.
Not so fast, Mr. Horne. Take this. And that. And that. And that.
Well, I can't take that. You've hardly got any left.
It's all right. Quite all right, Mr. Horne. I've got cupboards full at home, and they've only go stale.
All right, then. We struggled together on the mat. She knew some tricks, but two could play that game. I could show her some tricks, too. Look, I take this ordinary soft-boiled egg, say the magic words, abracadabra, abracadoo, and see. The Union Jack.
Bravo, bravo! No power on earth can pull it down.
No power on earth can pull what down?
I don't know, just reading what's written here.
You ain't got much of a part this week, have you, Hugh?
No, I haven't.
You've only uttered twice.
Twice.
Stand up for your rights, mate. None of that Kenneth Horne put on you. People like us, it's people like us, we're the salt of the earth. Salt of the earth. There, Kenneth Horne be without people like us. Aye, who do they turn to in Britain's darkest hour? You and me. Aye, the little people, Hugh. Aye, the common people. From the city, from the plough. We came, yes. The thin red line. Oh, yes. It's Tommy this, and Tommy that, and Tommy go away. But it's thank you, Mr. Atkins, when the band begins to play. That's us, Hugh. The thin little red people. The thin... Yeah, that's us, yes, Hugh. The thin... We're the last bastions. That's what we are. We're the last bastions. Homes fit for heroes. That's what he promised us, Kenneth Horne. We want homes. We fought for them. We deserve them.
What did you do in the war, Ken?
I was a bus driver in Wickham. Yes, the ladies from hell, they called us.
Ladies from hell.
You don't know what they're like in Wickham.
Have you quite finished? Now, what is going on?
It's not me.
No?
No, it's not me. It's that Hugh Paddock having a moan.
Oh,
He's always moaning. He's not used to staying up this late. Yeah. Now, you get on with whatever you were doing. Don't worry about it.
Yes, all right. Right. Now, yes. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Pussy Galore and I grappled, and I managed to get on her guard. Suddenly she tumbled.
Hello? And what do you think you're doing?
Oh, you've tumbled, have you?
Too late, Mr. Horne. It's nearly midnight. Since I have received no communication from British government, I'm afraid you must die. Will summon most lovely of all my geishas, Lotus Blossom.
Lo, I come, O mighty Mandarin. See, I stand before you, radiant in the dawn of my budding womanhood, bearing the promise of hidden delights, anointed with all the fine perfumes of the Arabians, not to mention a touch of the old camphorated horn.
Ah, my little lychee nut. Well, Mr. Horne, is she not perfection of form? Is she not the acme of desire? Is she not a vision of loveliness?
No.
That's what I thought, but I wanted a second opinion.
Why did you summon me here, O master? Only I'm losing me booty sleep.
Beauty sleep. Ah, she lives in a world of her own. Come, Lotus Blossom. I have task for you. Mr. Horne must die. Tie him to the hands of Big Ben. One leg to Minute Hand, other leg to our hand.
Well, what's the point of that?
Well, at midnight, no problem. But at 2:45, oh boy!
Can Master Spy Horne escape the dreaded chewing Ginsburg?
Will Cathy Kirby arrive in time to save him?
Does your mother come from Ireland? Do you suffer from acid indigestion? Are your follicles lifeless?
What did the actress say to the bishop?
The answer to all these questions will not be given next week when we bring you episode 3 of Kenneth Horne, Master Spy.
And now here are the Fraser Hayes Four to sing you a track from their latest LP, the Tijuana Brass at the Bow Street Magistrate Court. Fraser Hayes Four.
You're walking along the the street, or you're at a party, or else you're alone and then you suddenly dig. You're looking in someone's eyes, you suddenly realize that this could be the start of something big.
You're lunching at 21 and watching your diet, declining a Charlotte Russe, accepting a fig.
When out of a clear blue sky, it's suddenly gal and guy, and this could be the start of something big. There's no controlling the unrolling of your fate, my friend. Who knows what's written in the magic book?
But when a lover you discover at the gate, my friend,
invite her in without a second look. You're up in an aeroplane or dining at Saudi's,
or lying at Malibu alone on the sand.
You suddenly hear a bell, and right away you can tell that this could be the start of something grand.
Your destined lover you'll discover in a frightening flash, so keep your heart awake both night and day.
Because the meeting may be fleeting as a lightning flash,
you don't want to let it slip away. You're watching the sun come up, or counting your money, or else in a dim cafe you're ordering wine, and suddenly there she is. You want to be where she is, and this could be the start of something. This could be the heart of something. This could be the start of something fine.
And now, trends.
First, show business.
Comedian Ron Moody has completed work on Joey, his new musical based on the life of Grimaldi.
Well, it's jolly good. I'm sure we're all looking forward to seeing Ron Moody's Joey in the near future. Now, in the world of folk music, there's nobody who comes anywhere near Rambling Sid Rumpo. That is, if they've got any sense. Now, once again, we are underjoyed to have him with us in the studio.
I'll know me dearie-o, and I'll dangle down me dilly-o and haul away me dando.
Yes, by all means, be my guest.
Oh, no, I was merely being picturesque, as is my wont.
Oh, won't you?
No, I'm trying to give it up. Oh. Very nasty habit, and besides, it makes such a deafening noise.
Yes. Well, now, what, if I may ask, what are you going to sing for us this week?
It's a song sung in the small Cotswold village of Linctus Peveril, come Ganderboglin time, which coincides with the spring equinox and the first nicking of the lead off the church roof.
Thank you.
It's then that the young men of the village choose one of their number who is to be the gander man. This is done by the time-honoured practice of picking on the smallest one and hitting him until he agrees. Then they deck him in feathers and marmalade, and placing in his hand the truling stick, and hanging round his neck the dingling iron, which dingles his grusset if he's not careful, he's sent forth with the traditional phrase, "Go and get out of it." And so he goes forth with a gander in one hand and a goose in the other. And then he knocks at the door of the young maiden of his choice and sings, "Would you like a gander, or would you like a gander? Would you like a gander?" Yes, my lissome young lass, to which she generally says, "No, I would not like a gander." So he gives her the goose. And he capers off down the street, boggling his gander above his head. And as he goes, he sings this song, which goes as follows. Oh, roodle-o, me dandle-o, roodle-o-day. Oh, who will boggle me gander when I am far away? Oh, who will shrug me glossop to help the gander man? But if your glossop's been shrugged, my love, well, do the best you can.
boggled me gander.
Oh, thank you, Rambling Sid. I must say you gave us all a turn there. Now then, still on the subject of trend-setting people, where do the way-out, pace-setting, fun people go on Sunday night? Well, as all viewers of the Seamus Android television show will already know, not there. However, I tuned in again last Sunday night, just in time to hear...
Now, live from London, but dead from the neck up, the Seamus Android Show.
And tonight, Seamus's guests are Nemesis Poston, the juggling monk, well-known dress designer Miniomi Poloni, Hollywood star Ecstasy La Bootstrap, and Anthony Wormwood Niblo, the Hoxton cat thief and heiress. And here is your host, Seamus Android.
Hello. Before I introduce you to the usual bunch with their scintillating and witty drivel, I'd like you to welcome once again an actress you've all loved at one time or another. According to what she's told me. So, welcome now, at the age of 98, Gladys Runt. Now, Gladys. At 98, how do you find it?
At my age, I don't bother to look.
To be back starring in a West End play. I believe you're appearing in a new production of Oliver Twist. Now, isn't it a fact that you originally appeared in this play in 1903?
Well, yes. I created the role of Nancy.
I see, yes. And is there much difference in your performance now?
Yes, there is a difference. Yes. Oh, yes. Now I'm playing Fagin.
How true that is, even today. And while we're on the subject of bagpipe farming in Borneo, I'd like you to meet our next guest, the well-known skint nobleman and hack journalist, the Earl of Bedlam. Will you, Grace?
Oh, no, you're Grace. I was Grace last night. I'm Herbert.
Will you, Herbert? You have quite a reputation for eccentricity. Would you say you were eccentric?
Yes, I were eccentric. I'd say anything for a few bob.
Well, that brings us... That brings us to the end of another yawn-packed hour of trite Sunday night rubbish. Good night, and until next week, happy peat picking.
That was the Seamus Android Show, the show where famous, frank, and funny people meet and anything can happen, but never does. Now, these days, with all the accent on youth, anybody of my age starts to think, well, now, what will I do when I'm 30?
30, round the neck, he's 30.
Why? That's enough. All right, William. All right.
I've got the facilities.
All right. I don't sneer at your fantasies. You go and boggle your gander. Anyway, now, the other day, I looked in the mirror and thought, Horne, face it, you're past your first flush.
Say that again.
Well, of course, it doesn't mean I won't flush again, but I thought, well, why not do what a lot of other actors do and write a book? And I decided to take it to a publishing firm I'd heard about in Chelsea. Boner Books, it was called. Hello, anybody there?
Oh, hello, I'm Julian. This is my friend Sandy.
Thank you. Yes, we're Boner Books. We're just filling in as book publishers. Normally, if you'll forgive the expression, we're actors by trade.
Trade's been a bit rough lately, hasn't it? So, had to take what we could get.
Whatever we could get, you see. We've done very well, haven't we? I mean, here's our spring list.
Oh, yes.
Spring list.
Yes. Forthcoming naval.
It's a misprint. We had them done on the cheap, you see.
So I can see, look. Lady Chitterling's liver. Withering hoots.
Yes. And look what they've done to the carpetbaggers.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit avant-garde.
You're certainly going for lurid covers.
You've got to, Ducky. You've got to, and that's what sells books, isn't it?
Sells
See this
them,
paperback
yes.
here. You've got your Elizabeth Taylor done in half tones. Yeah, you see, she's reclining on this chaise longue. That's actual French, you see. Decolleté down to her ankles, with a wanton look all over her eek.
Yes.
All over her eek, that wanton look, isn't it?
All over.
All right, now, what is the book?
It's Burton's Anatomy. Very good. And then, of course, you've got your racy flyleaf. Jewel writes those, don't you, Jewel?
Yes,
He
I
writes
do.
them all.
I'm
Go on,
a
show him your
temperament.
blurb. Show him it. Go on. Very good.
Well, here's one I've just done.
Just done
See?
this one?
Her colour was wrong, but men desired her. Proud, haughty, untamed, many possessed her, but none could break her restless spirit. Who was the man with the whip?
Good heavens, what book's that for?
Black Beauty.
Very
And then we're doing a companion book to Sammy Davis's Yes, I Can. It's by May Britt, and it's called I'll Say You Can.
Brilliant. Anyway, Mr. Horne.
Yeah.
No, seriously. No. Seriously, Mr. Horne, what brings you trolling in here, then?
Well, I've written a book that I thought you might be interested in. It's called The Life Cycle of the Water Vole.
Don't strike me as being particularly racy offhand. No, still, maybe we can do something with it. Let's have a varder. Oh, yeah. It's a bit dull, isn't it?
Well, not much happens to a water vole.
Well, you have to make it happen.
Oh.
Look at your description of the hero here. Look, a small, grey, furry creature.
Yes.
How's your reader going to identify with that?
That.
Never identify,
No,
you see.
never.
You want to make him big and butch. And be butch, you see. With the bulging biceps. Biceps. All over, you see.
Yeah.
And the shirt all slashed open to the waist. Slashed, you see. An unruly lock of hair falling over the bronze forehead. You know, sort of thing.
And you don't call him the water vole. You've got to personalise. Give him a name like Rock or Tab or Dorian. Got to dramatise it, you see. Who was this water vole? Nobody knew where he come from, but nothing was ever the same after he'd been there.
Go on.
Women desired him.
What, a water vole?
You've got to have a bit of sex in it. Cold. Yeah, you want something like... of course, this is just off the top of my head.
You take it off yours, not mine.
Dorian's hot muzzle pressed again her furry cheek. You're my kind of water vole, he murmured.
Yes, that's good. They tumbled back. They tumbled back, panting on the riverbed. Have there been others? Dorian murmured. There was a field mouse once, she said. But it was never like this. You see? You've got the idea then? What we want is 400 pages of passionate water voles slaking their animal desires. Of course, you'll have to change the title.
Well, what to?
Well, you could call it the story of an 18th century water slat, Vole Flanders.
Oh!
Well, that brings us to the end of the show, except for this week's appeal.
Would somebody mind posting the lock? I've been stuck in here for the last 2 hours.
Cheerio, see you next week.
That was Round the Horne, starring Kenneth Horne, with Kenneth Williams, Hugh Paddick, Betty Marsden and Bill Pertwee. On the musical side, you heard the Fraser Hayes Four and Edwin Braden and the Hornblowers. The script was written by Barry Cooke and Marty Feldman, and the show was produced by John Simmons.
Evening all. Well, it's not every week we have a story of sex and violence involving a psychopathic vicar and a paranoid desk sergeant who between them start a reign of terror the like of which the manor has never seen. No. It's not every week we give you a story like that, and this week is no exception. Still, keeps Ted Willis off the streets, doesn't it? It all started when Andy and Detective Constable Lauderdale called in to see the super.
Well, Lauderdale, something nasty's come up again.
What is it, Super?
Well, you know how much I hate a bent copper.
Yeah, I know. I know. You can't get him in the slot.
Yes, the BBC studio that had the courage to present Dixon of Dock Green now has the barefaced effrontery to present Round the Horne.
The story so far. Chief Sitting Bull Pertwee, he of the black feet and tight mark round his neck, puffed at his wampum reflectively as he had an all-over wash in the bison. Played with amazing dexterity by lovely running water in all bedrooms paddock. Beside him squatted his daughter, Crazy Horse Marsden, she of the pale face and bucket seat, idly sewing Apache on her wigwam. Where was his wife, Minnehaha Williams? Not getting much ha-ha these days. Getting noticeably more Minnie. She had been gone nearly an hour and a half. He thought 90 minutes and still no squall. At that moment she appeared round the bend, her usual state, in a canoe made of rude bark from a rude dog. From her waist dangled a ghastly scalp from which dangled a ghastly body. The apparition spoke.
Me, Kenneth Horne, how?
That's what we've been wondering for years.
Well, that was Douglas Smith, known in the announcers' common room as the world's most beautiful animal, of a species fortunately now extinct. Now, the answers to last week's questions complete the following song titles. First, That Old Black. The answer, of course, was That Old Black Magic, and not pudding, as one of you suggested. The second title was I Can't Begin To. Well, Mr. Grunfuttock, I can only hope you are being facetious, because if you really can't begin to what you said, I advise you seek advice immediately. Right, Smith, make the announcement now.
Yes, sir. And now, episode 3 of Kenneth Horne, Master Spy.
My last assignment had been a success, with Big Ben back in its rightful place, Mr. Cossegin persuaded to stand as parliamentary candidate for Cheltenham, Fort Knox in the World Gold Reserve saved from atomic contamination and Red China overpowered. I hadn't done a bad morning's work. What I needed was a spot of leave. I thought I'd have a quiet Christmas in Tel Aviv. I was dead right. I checked into my penthouse at the YMCA. I asked for my baggage to be sent up, and then, unfastening my grip from the chambermaid, I took out my smoking jacket and, dousing it under the tap, I relaxed. Suddenly, there came a tap on the door. Come in.
Greetings, Effendi. Greetings, may your shadow never grow less, and may your camels and goats be as the many grains of sand in the desert. Where is it not written that the serpent shall lie down with the cockatrix and the Bombay duck? And they shall multiply and inhabit the earth. Is it not thus written?
Well, I don't know, is it?
Well, of course it is. Don't think I'd ad-lib muck like this, do Effendi, I come bearing a message for you.
He thrust his hand suddenly under his robe and pulled something out in a sheepish way. It was a sheep. And on its back was written a message. It read simply, escaped war criminal believed hiding in Tel Aviv, find him immediately. And it was signed M. There was a PS which said, now eat this message. I thanked the Arab and gave him something to boot.
Ah, thank you, Effendi. I've always wanted something to boot. Take that!
I had to think and think fast. I rang for room service, and within 3 seconds a waiter arrived carrying a room on a tray. I tried the door, it was locked. I prized it open with the end of my jemmy. Oh, sorry, Jimmy.
It's all right, Gov, anything to help, but next time use me other end.
Yeah, right. I pushed my way in. On the bed lay a girl covered only in gold paint. I knew what I had to do.
Ooh, oh, go easy with that turpentine. Please. No, it don't half sting.
What fiend had done this to her? I pulled my ear reflectively and my face flushed. How did this happen, I asked.
I don't know. I was just laying here minding my own business and this man come in. He said he'd come in to touch up my dado. Then before I knew what had happened, he was slapping paint all over me.
He's done a thorough job.
Oh, yes, he has 3 coats, you know. And before he did that, he had to scrape me down, wash me off and size me. You see, I had Regency striped wallpaper on before.
Oh, I much prefer you decorated this way. It doesn't show the finger marks. Now, have you any clue to this man's identity?
Well, he did give me an estimate before I started. Here.
Let's have a look now. To stripping down and making good old surfaces, £3.10. 3 coats, first quality gold paint, £2.5. Labour, £4. Fares, pay and insurance, 7 shillings. Good heavens! He's overcharged you. My eyes travelled down the page to the signature. Chu N. Ginsberg, house painter and decorator, arch fiend to the trade. Suddenly it came to me, if I could track down Chu N. Ginsberg, he might lead me to the escaped war criminal. 3 days later, found me at a table at the Trotsky Gypsy Tea Rooms, East Berlin. Just then, the Gypsy Orchestra started to play. There was something wrong about this orchestra and that lead violinist. Surely I'd seen him before, that lock of hair over the forehead, that toothbrush moustache. Was it Jimmy Wheeler? One thing was for sure, it wasn't Yehudi Menuhin. Suddenly I felt something small and hard pressed into the small of my back.
All right, Mr. Special Agent Horne, one move and you're a dead man. I have a loaded Frankfurter sausage in my hand. Good, I'm not afraid to use it.
Is it cocked?
No, they all bend this way.
Oh.
Now start walking and don't look around.
Why not?
I want to remember you the way you are.
He pushed me through a door, but I was too old a hand to be taken this way. We grappled. Ooh! No! Ooh! I threw him a right cross, but he fainted, trying to sell me a dummy.
Psst! Want to buy a dummy?
No, thanks. Suddenly something hit me on the back of the head and I felt myself going out. Excuse me, I'm going out.
Well, hurry back. We've got pages of this codswallop to get
When I came to, I found myself lying on a fluffy white bearskin, which I realized with a gasp of horror was still attached to a huge fluffy white bear. Where am I, I gasped? Where am I? Where am I?
Halfway down, page 16. You are being kept prisoner in disused Cenopod mine, moored off the coast of Hampstead Garden suburb.
It was my dreaded adversary, Dr. Chu N. Ginsberg. He spoke again.
Aha! Oh, aha! Ha ha! Ha ha! Yeah, I can't go on with this rubbish. It's a farce. I mean, why don't you get some decent writers, Ducky? Terence Rattigan you could get. Yes, very good. Then we could have Prince Philip introduce the show. Yes, like he did that thing on Nelson. Very good, but oh no, we don't get anything with a bit of class like that. All we get is Douglas Smith and those 2 simpering nitwits, Cooke and Feldman. Look at them. I mean, they don't service me. I've told them I should be serviced. I want servicing, Ducky. Yes. I'm Terence Rattigan had serviced me. He'd service me. He would, yes. He'd make me a star. I want to be a child star before it's too late. Before the youthful bloom has faded from these cheeks. I'm still a Juve. I'm a Juve.
My peak earning years, these are. I'm a golden boy, I tell you. I'm golden, I am. I'm golden. Où sont les neiges d'antan? That's your actual French. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Are you finished?
After that little lot, I shouldn't be at all so breathy. Now, where are we? Yes. Mr. Horne.
Yeah.
You have found out too much, and so you must die. But before you die, a little entertainment, I think. I will summon my concubine, Lotus Blossom. She who is like a stalk of ripened grain that sways as if the soft zephyr blows through a field of corn.
Yes, go.
It's been a bad harvest.
Which of my many delights would you care to sample, O master? Would you like me to perform the exquisite ritual mime what I do up the Japanese No Theatre and Working Men's Club?
Observe, Mr. Horne. Lotus Blossom will express herself in language of signs. Every movement and gesture is of special significance. I will accompany her on the nose flute. A one, a two.
Yes, I've seen this done before. That means man. That means woman. And that gesture means... Good heavens, no, it can't be. Oh, I know. Man emerges from Mother Earth, struts his little iron upon the stage of life and returns sadder but wiser to the dust from which he came.
Ooh. Is that right, Lotus Blossom?
I don't know, I ain't started yet. Just having a scratch. Shall I commence now?
I'd sooner die if it's all the same to you. And what fiendish method have you devised for my death?
Exquisite in complexity. You will be taken from here into a room which will contain 40 fat ladies on coach outing from Cleethorpes.
Oh, how awful.
No. Worse to come.
But what could be worse?
Your jacket will be removed and you will be placed in front of machine which shoots ray of incredible cutting power. It will sever your braces. Your trousers will fall down. All fat ladies will laugh. And you will die of embarrassment.
Oh, you fiend!
Take him away, Lotus Blossom. It's goodbye for the moment, Mr. Horne. But remember...
We'll keep a welcome on the hillside. We'll keep a welcome in the glen.
Well, that brings us to the end of yet another Sing Something Simple. If you've got any requests, any of your favourite songs that you'd particularly like us to sing, please mind your own business. Nobody's asking you to stick your two-penny in. Got enough trouble remembering the 3 songs we do know. When you come home again to
And now to sing something a little bit more complicated, here are the Fraser Hayes Four with a track from their new LP, The Chipmunks Sing Handel's Messiah. The Fraser Hayes Four.
I'm gonna make believe that the mailman called today.
I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you.
I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off my feet.
A lot of kisses at the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em.
I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better.
And close with love the way you do.
The way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. Mailman passes by and I just wonder why he never stops to ring my front door bell.
There's there's not one single line from that dear old love of mine.
No, not a word since I last said farewell. Farewell, I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. And make believe that it came from you, came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off my feet.
A lot of kisses at the bottom.
I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say I hope you're feeling better. And close with love, just the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. And make believe it came, though I know it's not the same. I'll make believe that it came from you.
And now, the part of the show that keeps you up to date with what the pace setters are doing. Trends.
Since we've started this trend spot, a lot of people have written in with various queries, and every week we're going to try and answer just a few of them. Now, the first one, from an address in the Balls Pond Road, says, Dear Kenneth Horne, all my friends say I look like Gene Shrimpton. Now, in a way, this is flattering, but it causes me untold embarrassment in my work. Signed, Colonel Angus Musgrave, Brigade of Guards. The second letter comes from a woman, and it says...
I'd like to know more about Rock Hudson. Can you tell me where he goes on holidays, how he spends his evenings, who his friends are? Yours faithfully, Mrs. Rock Hudson.
Yes, interesting coincidence that really, said he, cunningly avoiding legal action. Finally, I have a query here from someone signing himself Anxious Teenager. It reads...
I'm 113, but I like to keep up with the trends. I read in Teenage Oracle for Girls that Steve McQueen has a tattoo on his arm. Where can I get tattooed?
Well, practically anywhere within the bounds of decency. Anyway, this letter set me thinking. If having a tattoo is the in thing, I thought, well, I'd better get myself done right away. So I went down to the East India Dock Road to a place calling itself Boner Tattoo. Hello, anyone there?
Hello, I'm Julian. This is my friend Sandy. We're boner tattooists.
Oh, hello. Why, it's Mr. Horne. What brings you trolling in here, then?
Well, I hear that tattooing is the latest craze, and I wanted something like Steve McQueen.
Well, everyone to his taste. How'd you fancy a loyal slogan like England Forever or I Love Malcolm Muggeridge?
We did that one the other day on this chap.
Which chap?
Malcolm Muggeridge.
Oh, yeah. I thought I'd have something a little more intellectual.
Intellectual, yes. And he lends himself to something more cultural. How'd you fancy the Dead Sea Scrolls down your back?
No, you don't want to cover yourself with a lot of posh chatting Hebrew. No, you want something with a life in it.
Life.
I tell you what I'd like to see. You'd
What?
like scenes from Disney. I mean, Jiminy Cricket crawling up his left leg. And Donald Duck scampering down his right.
Yeah, and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs marching around his middle and disappearing down his trousers.
Yeah? No.
Oh.
No, the second one's a bit fey, isn't it?
Oh.
A bit whimsical. Ducky. No, we can't decide really anyway until we see what he could take. Get your shirt on, let's have a varder.
Yeah. Come on, let the dog see the rabbit.
All right, just a minute then.
All right, well.
Right.
Come on, hurry up.
Right there, now what do you think?
Ooh. Well, he's got the area. I'll say that. There's room to work. Oh, yes. How do you think he'd take the death of Nelson across his back?
Oh, Fabe. And we could incorporate that mole as Nelson's eye patch.
Well, look. I didn't think this would come up, but it's not actually a mole. It's a beauty spot.
Oh, the vanity of the man. Oh, well, perhaps not Nelson then. How about reproductions of great masterpieces?
Boner idea.
Yeah.
Now, let's see now. Let me see.
Yes, he's pondering. He's trying to find it. He's got it.
Hang on a minute.
It's coming through. It's coming.
Wait now.
It's arrived. It is. Yes.
Yes.
He's found it.
Yes.
He's got it. Yeah.
I see a Botticelli.
Oh!
No, I'm a liar, not a Botticelli. No, wait, perhaps it's an El Greco.
Oh, yeah.
No, second thoughts. No, wait a minute, I see him with a tiny but perfect Watto.
Yes, well, I've often been complimented on it.
Jewel, I'm not besotted by it. I'm sorry. No, I think he'd take the Mona Lisa well. We could have her peeping through the holes in his string vest. Yes, smiling enigmatically. That's what we'll do. Yes, the Mona Lisa.
And what happens if I get tired of it?
You just pop back here. Jewel will tattoo a moustache on her, and presto, you've got your laughing cavalier.
And what are the trendy Sunday night people doing? Time to find out now as we join the Seamus Android Show.
And tonight, Seamus's guests are Anatole Thigh-Blast, the celebrated cat poacher, Chastity Griswold, the boxing rabbi, and philosopher and racing tipster Captain Spock of the nudist Racing Pink. And here is your host, Seamus Android.
Thank you. Before I introduce you to tonight's sparkling nonentities, we've some equally dreary people actually sitting in our audience. Over here is an ex-Miss World, and sitting beside her is the former Miss Outer Mongolia, now the Duchess of Stalybreath, and sitting between them is... I don't think you should be sitting there, sir, particularly making those gestures. Mr... who is that down there?
Grunt Paddock.
Who?
Grunt Paddock. Gay peas mould Grunt Paddock, former Home Secretary.
Really? What, is that a fact?
Of course it's not. It's a downright lie.
Yes. Yes. Well, now, passing on...
Do you mind, sir? Why don't you interview me?
Do you mind? No, please. You know,
I'm a Sunday night person.
Yeah.
I'm a trendy bloke. I'm pace setting. I'm
sure
a
you
witty
are,
old
yes.
toe rag.
You don't realise I'm not up to this sort of situation.
It up for you. I know several jokes that are rude and suggestive.
I'm sure you do, yes. Thank you very much. For heaven's sake, somebody get him out of here, will you? You might get him out of here. Come along.
I know some songs.
Go on, sir.
I know some songs. Here.
No. Yes. You're not finished. After that, I am. Now, while we're on the subject of pearl diving in Streatham, here's my first guest, film star, many times married, over here on her 84th honeymoon, Miss Zsa Zsa Poltergeist.
Hello, Seamus, darling. Hello, lovely English people.
No. Zsa Zsa, I believe you've just got married again.
Oh, you naughty boy. Oh, I told you not to ask me about that. To me, marriage is sacred. What I do in my own private life is my own business.
Well, let me put it another way. How's business? It has been said that you have in the past married for money.
Oh, no, it's not true. It's not true. Not at all. No. What a disgraceful thing to say to little bejeweled, mink-coated, filthy, rich little me. Of course, I do not marry for money. Divorce for it, yes.
Something we've all wondered, Zsa Zsa. What's the secret of your wonderful looks?
Oh, darling. I bathe every day in horse's milk. I do, darling.
How do you spell that? How do you spell that?
The same little donkey, yes. Every morning I rub sandalwood oil all over my body. Every night I put dew, brought especially from Mount Ararat, all over my cheeks. And apart from that, I do nothing at all, no. Oh, except I have a facelift twice a year.
Yes.
To tell you the truth, I've had it done so often. You see the dimple in my chin, darling?
Yes.
It's my navel. Darling Shems, they do wonderful things in these, cosmetic clinics. Pardon me. I have a slight cold. Will you excuse me while I blow my kneecap?
Yes. It's interesting you should say that, because our next guest is also an expert on yak shearing. It's none other than well-known fashion photographer and scruffy Herbert, Raby Daly. Well, good evening, Rabbit. I hope we're not going to have a repeat of what happened last time you were on the program, when we had to bleep out certain words you uttered. You know...
No, I think I got all the publicity that was going out of that.
Yes. Well, I didn't get any. Yes, well, now, Rabbit, do you find that mixing in the smart circles that you do has made any difference to your attitude?
No, I don't think so, no. If people don't like me the way I am, they can... with the sharp end of a barge pole.
All right. Now, would you say that luck has played any part in your career?
Well, what I say is if you've got the talent, you don't need the luck.
I see. Well, good luck, Raby Daly. My last guest is a man who needs no introduction. His films have been seen all over the world. It is, of course, well-known Hollywood film producer, hang on a moment. I've dropped my script. I can't read the idiot balls. Yes, of course, Darrell F. Claphanger IV. Good evening, Darrell. Good evening. Good evening.
Who are you, fatso?
Well, I'm Seamus Andrews.
Never heard of you, Buster. Sashay your fat can out of here.
That's very good of you to say so.
Now, listen, Patty, let's me and you get out of this crummy joint. Let's take a couple of girls back to my place. Hey, come on.
Back to my image.
Big party after the show. I like you. I like your cut of your jib. I like your style. Your people. P-E-E-P-U-L. People. You see, I am illiterate, too.
Yes.
Illiterate,
and how
too.
true those words are even today. Tell me, Mr. Claphanger, what brings you to England?
I'm over here, my boy. I'm looking for talent for my new film, Scandals of 1934. We got held up in production. That's Hollywood. Hey, yeah! Yeah. Now, what I'm looking for is a leading man. Maybe I could do something for you, my boy. Do you sing?
No.
Can you dance?
No.
Can you act?
No, I can't do anything, to tell you the truth.
Why don't you get out of show business?
Oh, I can't. I'm a star.
I like this boy. He's got humility. Humility. H-O-O. Oh, the hell with culture. Everybody back to my place. A big party after the show.
Well, thank you, Darrell. Well, that's all for this week. See you again next week. Good night now.
Come on.
Well, that brings our show to a close, too, except for this week's What Is It question. Now, have you got a pencil and paper ready? Good. Now, what is it that has a short, fat, orange body covered in hair, 8 tentacles, a sharp beak, web feet, and goes... I'll repeat that. It goes... Have you got that? Oh, good. Well, if you know what it is, hurry up with your answers, because one's just called up a trouser leg. Hey, I'll see you next week.
That was Round the Horne, starring Kenneth Horne, with Kenneth Williams, Hugh Paddick, Betty Marsden, and Bill Pertwee. On the musical side, you heard the Fraser Hayes Four and Edwin Braden and the Hornblowers. The script was written by Barry Cooke and Marty Feldman, and the show is produced by John Simmons.
I see Round the Horne's on in a minute, Dad.
Muck, that is. Muck. They're all muck. Every one of them.
Well, that Kenneth Horne ain't. He's educated.
Well, he ought to know better. Consulting with all that other muck. It's all them double entendres and the insinuendos and catchpenny horseplay.
Am I going to have it on then, Dad?
No, I shall just sit here and polish me boots with a cat.
All right, Dad, but
yes.
I think you should listen to it.
I should listen to it? Why? Yeah. Give me one good reason.
Well, I mean, you are head of broadcasting.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the show that thumbs its nose at convention and cocks a snook at credibility. Round the Horne!
The story so far. Beefy cowpoke Betty Marsden, Marshal of Dodge City, rode into town on her pinto, Solly the Wonder Horse, played by Hugh the Wonder Horse Paddock in an ill-fitting skin, his own. The Marshal strode into the Last Chance saloon and heel bar and was confronted by a masked stranger. Was it Wild Bill Pertwee, feared from Kansas City to the Rio Grande and not too welcome at the all-night Turkish baths Paddington? Or was the stranger Kenneth Gabby Williams? After all, who could be stranger than Kenneth Williams? Then, after a pause, the masked stranger spoke in a voice that suggested the wide-open spaces between his ears. He said,
"My name's Kenneth Horne." And that was Douglas Smith, or as he is better known, the father of the modern bread pudding. Although he pleads the headaches. Now, for the answers to last week's questions, complete the following song titles. First, When I Leave the. Well, of course, the answer was The World Behind, and not The Bathroom as I Would Wish to Find It, as one of you suggested. Question 2, The Girl That I Marry Will Have To. Well, most of you thought that line was complete, so... We'll go on to question 3. He's got a fine brown. And the answer to that is frame. And I will not enter into any correspondence about that with anybody. Right. Right, Smith, make the announcement.
Yes, sir. In a moment, Kenneth Horne, Master Spy. But first, the makers of Dobbin's Medical Cummerbunds for Horses present a new, exciting addition to their range. Dobbyroids Magic Rejuvenators. Is your horse listless?
Smith!
Does he come home from the office tired and run down?
Smith, have you taken leave of your senses?
Don't forget that Dobbyroids will make your horse bounce with health.
Smith!
So, feed your horse on Dobbyroids, Dobbyroids, Dobbyroids. I'm sorry, sir, but I had to do that. You see, they offered me money. I can't live on what you pay me. I'm sorry, I was driven. I had a wife and family once. Now my friends shun me. My wife has left me. I've no job. Read my story in the Sunday Blag. And now, Kenneth Horne, Master Spy.
As you all know, on the 19th of March 1966, the World Cup was stolen from Central Hall, Westminster. It was subsequently recovered. But what nobody knows is that it was stolen again, yesterday. This was a job for MI5.
I was summoned to an office in Whitehall where Colonel Haverstrap was waiting. A bulging dossier open on the desk in front of him.
All right, Horne, shall I run over it once more?
If you wouldn't mind, sir.
That's better. Nothing like a bit of exercise. Now, you'll want some information. Here are a few facts. Soap is formed by the union of fatty acids with sodium or potassium. The bogwort sometimes reaches a length of nearly 4 inches. A stuffed porcupine tied to a stick makes the ideal thing for scouring out cold porridge from saucepans. Those are all the facts I have.
Well, not much help in this case, sir.
No, but they'll be very helpful if you ever get on Round Britain quiz.
Oh.
Now, Horne, the World Cup, it's been stolen again, and you know what that means.
Yes, sir, we'll have to drink out of the world saucer. I had to move fast. I called Sir Andrew Sweet, head of the FA, at his headquarters.
Hello, Sweet FA here.
He was being evasive. I felt that he knew something. I had to get into FA headquarters somehow, but how? I needed to conceal my identity. I hurried to the disguise department of the MI5 boutique. Their experts would take care of me. Hello, anyone there?
Oh, hello, I'm Julian. This is my friend Sandy.
Oh, hello. How nice to barge your old eek again. Absolutely boning, Jewel.
Yeah. What are you doing in a top security job with MI5?
They sent us down here from the Labour.
I would have thought you might have been considered a slight security risk.
No, we've been screened. They went into our backgrounds and found out our FIDs were absolutely boner. We are your actual experts on disguise. We've had all the spies in here, haven't we?
Have them all in here?
All of them. When we've finished with them, you wouldn't know them. That Siobhan Connery, we done her.
I thought it was Sean Connery.
Well, it only goes to show how good our disguises are.
And Modestry Blaze,
Modestry
Modestry Blase. Yes, that's David Niven in drag. Now, first you'll want your basic spy equipment, bulletproof waistcoat and your actual Tattersall check. Then you want your shoulder holster. Got a lovely range of shoulder holsters. Here, show him your spring collection, Jewel. Show him.
You're right, hang on
Go
a
on,
minute.
don't be modest, show him.
Well, here you got your mock croc. Encrusted with semi-precious stones.
Comes nice in the mock croc.
Oh, yes. And then you have your doe skin with your initials done in the diamante.
Comes beautiful in the doe skin.
Oh, and here's a nice off-the-shoulder holster for evening wear. Black satin with embossed rose done in bullion.
Oh, it's a rave.
Very good.
That's a rave. That's lovely, isn't it? Aren't you take it back?
Yes, well, yes, all right. Yes, I'll have that then, but will it support the weight of my gun?
Here, you don't want to go stuffing your Beretta in there. Does he, Julie? Now, does he?
Makes such an unsightly bold.
Spoils the line of the jacket.
Yes, but surely, as a spy going on a dangerous mission, I'll need something to protect myself.
Oh, well, you need this. It's small, fits into your pocket. If you're in trouble, press this little lever here.
Oh, what happens?
You spray yourself all over. It gives you morn till night personal freshness. And it's nice to know you're nice to know.
Thank you, yes. Now, what about my disguise? Makeup, you know.
What do you think, Sand? He needs a facial, don't he?
Yes, facial, yeah. More like a paper hanging job, actually. Well, anyway, Jewel, we won't have any trouble with superfluous hair.
Sure enough.
No, we'll have to do something about them bags under the eyes.
Yes, I think baggy eyes are so unbecoming in a spy. Smooth them away with some wrinkle cream, I think, don't you?
Some what?
Wrinkle cream.
Oh, yes.
Smooth them away with the wrinkle cream.
Wrinkle cream,
Take
that's
your
right.
plugs
You need
out.
about 400 weight of it, too.
Yeah. Look, if it's all the same to you, I'll just have an ordinary disguise. I want to track down an arch-fiend, not win the Miss Universe competition.
Oh, bold! Now then, what do you want this disguise for, then?
Well, I want to get into the Football Association headquarters. I'll need to look like a sporting personality.
How about Tamara Press?
Don't be so facetious, Sam.
Oh, I'm sorry, I spoke.
Oh, me. Should be. Wait a minute. Let me think. I've got it. I've got it. Do you think he'd lend himself to Kenneth Horne?
No, if he's got any sense, he wouldn't. No, seriously, don't worry, Mr. Horne, Ducky. We'll think of something.
2 hours later, I emerged looking exactly like Billy Wright. The resemblance was fantastic, and for a while, Joy Beverly and I were deliriously happy. But I knew it couldn't last, and besides, I couldn't stand her sisters coming around sitting in the living room singing about hand cream all night. I hurried to the FA headquarters in Lancaster Gate on the trail of the World Cup. Once inside the building, I headed for the office of the England team manager, Alf Ramsey.
Come in, darling.
Alf Ramsey?
Yes, darling.
Well. Oh, that explains the way England are playing this year. My eyes took her in. I smiled at her wryly. She smiled at me, O'Hara. And then together, the 2 Irishmen, Riley and O'Hara, swaggered off. They swaggered off with the shillelagh under their arm and a twinkle in their eye in the direction of Philadelphia. Some sixth sense told me that this wasn't the real Alf Ramsey.
So, you've rumbled.
Well, it's a long time since I had breakfast. She came towards me. The air was heavy with the scent of musk. I took her in my brutal, sinewy arms and pulled her roughly to me. Her sinuous body melted in my arms.
Darling, darling, I can live this lie no longer. I'm not Alf Ramsey.
And I'm not Billy Wright.
Oh, good, good. It's better this way.
We kissed passionately like 2 Italian footballers after the winning goal. Who are you then, I murmured.
I'm Grotty Thundergast, demon girl spy. The real Alf Ramsey has disappeared. We think he took the World Cup. It's the only way he could get his hands on it.
It can't be true.
It isn't. I slipped it in for a cheap laugh and a round of applause. I also do impressions. And now, Cicely Courtney Jazz Jack Halbert in Dick Whittington. Come along, puss, come along, my darling. Only 6 more miles to London.
Bring back the cat!
If what Grotty Thundergast had told me was true, this was serious. With Alf Ramsey and the World Cup both gone, this would undermine Britain's prestige as a footballing nation. There was only one man who conceived such a fiendish scheme. Dr. Chew N. Ginsberg.
Aha! Mr. Horne, so you have tracked me to my secret lair on the north face of the Jungfrau.
How are you? My name is Hilda.
Oh, you must be the Jungfrau, then.
Jawohl. Be careful where you put those alpenstocks. Oh,
Lives in a world of her own, she does.
You know, I've been thinking doing this show is like spending half an hour in a spin dryer.
Yeah. Yes, in answer to your unspoken question, I have Alf Ramsey as my prisoner. Also have World Club.
Club?
Yes, club. The sort you keep in a cupboard.
Look, don't you think you're over-characterizing a bit?
Look, Ducky, I don't tell you how to play your part. Rude, though. Yes, cheap. I say, I've stolen the clap. Clap it is. C-L-U-P.
All right. I didn't mean to offend you.
All right, we'll keep a civil tongue.
All right.
Now you have discovered my secret. You must die. But before you die, a little entertainment. I will summon the most exquisite geisha, lovely Lotus Blossom.
Yes, Cock. I stand before you in the first blush of my maidenly humility, mate. Do you wish for the love songs to issue forth from my rose-petal lips? Or would you like me to shake it about a bit?
Gives you the creeps, doesn't she? See her first thing in the morning.
Ah, my little flower. My lychee nut. Ah, my Peking duck.
More like a Bombay duck. You have to use your imagination on radio.
Come, let us blossom. Before Mr. Horne dies, do your exotic and tantalizing version of the Dance of the Seven Veils after 2. A 1, a 2.
Oh, that's better. Got my boots off. Now my feet can breathe.
Makes all the titillation out of it, doesn't she?
So, back to the plot. Now, Mr. Horne, you die.
He leapt at me with a fierce cry. We struggled.
Oh!
I gave him a rabbit punch. He drank it thirstily. And then, staggering back, he threw his hands into the air, caught them deftly, and balanced them on the end of his nose. While my attention was thus distracted, he leapt onto a passing glacier and shot off down the valley at the rate of 2 miles a century. The World Cup so far has not been recovered, and so instead the winning country from now on will be presented with a plastic Yogi Bear tooth mug in which to keep their plastic Yogi Bear teeth. And now the Fraser Hayes 4.
Hear that band, don't you hear that band? It's ringing out the glory of the beat. Hear that band, when you hear that band, it'll send your spirits marching down the street. A big parade for the USA, where the Dixie beat was born. It seemed set with the clarinet, and it flew right out of a horn.
This happy sound went floating all around when people started to cheer. Some played the notes that others wrote, and some kept playing by ear.
Hear that band, don't you hear that band? It's ringing out the glory of the beat. Hear that band, when you hear that band, it'll send your spirits marching down the street. You hear it played in the big parade on the World Cup football game. It's wall to wall at the Albert Hall, and the cops keep doing the same. It makes its point at Saturday joints, and it puts ahead of the beer. Sometimes it flares at the best affairs at the coming out time of the year. You hear it on the river, don't you hear it on the land? It's ringing out the glory of the beat. You soon find yourself.
Hear that band, when you hear that band, it'll send your spirits marching down the street.
It's Jubilee to the MCC, to the Arsenal, it's too much.
To the NDO, it's a status quo, automation never will touch.
It makes the day for the IRA.
To the CND it jumps, and it plays with glee for the BBC, and it might even cure the mumps. Hear that band, don't you hear that band? It's ringing out the glory of the beat.
You soon find yourself.
Hear that band, when you hear that band, it'll send your spirits marching down the street. Hear that band, don't you hear that band? It's ringing out the glory of the beat. Hear that band, when you hear that band, it'll send your spirits marching down the street. It will send your spirits marching down the street when you hear that band, hear that band.
And now, the part of the show that keeps you up to date with what today's people are doing. But first, a message from our sponsor. Does your horse suffer from dandruff or ill-fitting dentures? Give him Dobberoids for that.
Smith!
Oh, all right. There's no room for the little man in this show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, trends.
First, the teenage scene. Doctors are worried that many teenagers have been chewing morning glory seeds for kicks. Well, we asked gardening expert Percy Thrower if, in fact, these seeds contained stimulant properties. His answer was simple and to the point.
Like, don't bug me, man. Come fly with me, come fly away, but you high.
And Gardening Club this week came to you from the Whiskey Our Blue Jeans discotheque in Soho. Meanwhile, letters are still pouring in from people who want information about trendy things and people. The first query reads...
My name is Grunt Buttock, J. Peasmold Grunt Buttock.
Well, I'm afraid I can't answer that question. Moving rapidly on, our second letter comes from a Mr...
Grunt Buttock. Grunt Buttock, anticipating you would not answer my first missive, I've written another. To wit and viz this greasy bit of paper you're now holding. My question is this, can you let me have the private telephone number of Judith Chalmers, whom I would like to get my hands on?
Now, at this point, the writing became indistinct, but signed...
Yours as ever, J.P. Small Grunt Buttock, P.S. And how long shall the men of money rule us? Nay, rise up and throw off your chains and drive the usurers forth with whips and scorpions. And if you have no scorpions, a plate of shrimps will do as well. P.P.S. Must close now as I've set the bed on fire and the flames are licking round my hot water bucket.
And there the pathetic message ends. The next letter I opened came from worried ex-Gaiety girl and reads as follows.
I am 93 and my husband is 94 and just lately we haven't...
And that's all there is.
No, there's more on the other side of the page.
Oh, yes.
But haven't been hitting it off too well. We disagree about our youngest boy. He's turned 72, but his one ambition in life is to do the turn-up on the M1 in his bath chair. An attempt, I assure you, dear sir, doomed to failure, as over 6 miles an hour the rims of the wheels get too hot to handle. What shall we do about him, please?
Well, he's only 72. It's just a phase he's going through. Finally, we had a rather sad letter signed Awkward of Tufnell Park, which reads...
I feel terribly awkward in company. I can never think of nothing to say. I'm gauche, shy and rather clumsy, and I think people are avoiding me.
Well, Awkward of Tufnell Park, you're not alone in the world. There are others who have the same trouble. And if you don't believe me, you should watch the Seamus Android Show.
And now, the makers of Dobbyroids present... Tonight from London, the Marie Celeste of show business, the Seamus Android Show.
And tonight, Seamus's guests are Ramesses Gumbrill, the whistling vicar of All Souls, Ludmilla Dogtrouser, the celebrated ballerina and copper's narc, and Abdul van Goldberg, the well-known puzzle. And here's your host, Seamus Android.
Hello, good evening, and welcome again. And excuse me a moment while I answer this unexpected phone call, which none of us expected. Well, now, this phone call comes as much of a surprise to me as it does to you. We're on tenterhooks wondering who it can be. The phone call! The phone call! Oh, bother, there goes the phone. I wonder who that can be. Hello? Why, it's Frank Sinatra phoning unexpectedly in person, personally, all the way from Hollywood himself. Hello, Frank. Well, that's incredible news. Good gracious, that's fascinating. They did. You have. You will. Well, that really is exciting news. Yes,
Goodbye, tears. Well, that was Frank Sinatra from Hollywood. All right, now my next guest is... actress 84 times married, Miss Jaja Poltergeist.
Hello, lovely English people. How are you all, darlings? How are you? Am I not delightful? Yes.
All right, now, Jaja, I see you were quoted in the week as saying that you and millionaire Piggy Dipthong III were just good friends. Is there any truth in that?
Oh, no. It's a misquote. We're married. That is, we were married on Tuesday, but on Wednesday I discovered he hadn't got any money, so I divorced him.
I thought he was a millionaire.
He was on Tuesday. Oh, please, but people have been so kind. Since the news accidentally leaked out through the Jaja Poltergeist World Press Service, I have had 75 proposals. Some even for marriage. But to all of you who have written in, I'd just like to say, don't worry, darlings. I'll get around to all of you in time.
And how true those words are even today. All right, and now moving lugubriously on to yet another aspect of string vest poaching. Brings us to our next guest, Hollywood film producer Darrell F. Claphanger.
Hi, everybody. Grand to be back on this show. Thank you very much indeed. Just being here makes me feel kind of humble, you know. Yes, sir, humble, H-U-M-M-B-U-L-L, humble. Yes, sir.
Welcome back, Mr. Claphanger.
Welcome back, Mr. Oh, sorry. Who are you, Buster? Sashay your fat can out of here and talking. What did you want to know?
Well, you've been making pictures for 40 years now, but you've never had an actual box office success.
I've been unlucky. And I've been pretty near. Back in the 30s, I made the great musical 43rd Street.
I thought it was called 42nd Street.
Mine was called 43rd Street. How do you like that? One lousy street out. And I made that Western with Gary Cooper, High 11 a.m. I was before my time. I've been dogged by misfortune, my boy. Look at my record. I made Nanook of the South. A spy that went out in the cold. Lawrence of Israel. Guys, each time I sense direction, let me down.
But you haven't given up, Darrell.
I know, boy, no. I'm still in there pitching. You gotta have tenacity, T-I-N-A. Am I stupid. I'm coming back with a real biggie, B-O-wise. It's got everything. Religion, music, and horror, and I'm getting Debbie Reynolds to play the title role.
And what's that?
Rasputin, the mad singer. But the hell with culture. Everybody back to my place. Come on, big party after the show.
Oh, I'd rather
Come on,
not.
let's
No,
have an orgy.
I can't do that. All right. Thank you. And now, while we're on the subject of the Israeli lemon harvest, I'd like you to meet my next guest, lovely sepia songstress, dusky nightingale, all the way from America, Miss Lena Horne. Well, now, Lena.
I think there's been some mistake. Actually, it's Kenneth Horne. I was a bit worried when I got the invitation, but I thought,
well, Lena, you haven't changed a bit. Just as lovely as ever.
Yeah, very good of you, but the name is Kenneth Horne.
Well, Lena, seeing us in the flesh for the first time, I find it difficult to believe that you're the mother of a girl in her 20s.
You find it difficult to believe. Well, how do you think I feel? Look, the name is Kenneth Horne.
All right. But it seems incredible, Lena, looking at you, that you still have the figure of a young girl.
Well, I keep... Well, I keep myself up, but I am Kenneth Horne.
And good luck with it. And I hope it has a long run. All right, now, people wouldn't forgive me if I didn't ask you to sing, Lena.
Kenneth.
So what's it going to be, Lena?
Look, for the last time... No.
Do I love you?
Well, apparently I was so convincing as Lena Horne that I was offered the lead in a revival of Green Pastures, playing opposite Louis Armstrong, but I turned it down. I didn't feel I could combine a singing career with that of a wife and mother. Well, now, that brings us to the end of the show, except for a message to all shipping in the region of Wolverhampton. What on earth are you doing there? Cheerio, see you next week.
That was Round the Horne, presented by the makers of Dobbyroid. The show starred Kenneth Horne with Kenneth Williams, Hugh Paddick, Betty Marsden and Bill Pertwee. On the musical side, you heard the Fraser Hayes Four and Edwin Braden and the Hornblowers. The script was written by Barry Cooke and Marty Feldman, and the show was produced by John Simmons.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the show that makes your budgies bounce with health, but does nothing for human beings, Round the Horne.
Who is Sylvia? What is she?
Whatever became of Baby Jane?
How much is that doggy in the window? The one with a waggly tail.
What is it that's got 4 wheels and flies all round?
These are only a few of the things you won't find out in the next half hour, as we take you round the horn.
Hello again, and here are the answers to last week's questions. First, the odd man out. Well, that was, of course, Robin Day. All the others swell up in water. Question 2, the where do you stick it question. Well, the answer was, of course, in the family album. Although I would have accepted on the wall, but not up the spout, because it gets covered in fluff that way. Now, question 3 came in 5 parts. The answers were over the waves, under the bed, between 2 slices of toast, across the Alamo, and up the Edgware Road as far as the Trappist menswear boutique, and then ask again. Finally, the complete the following quotation question. Well, the quotation was, hark, hark, the dogs do. Well, now, a pedestrian of Chatham. I realize the dogs do. You can't stop them. It's in their nature. Nevertheless, the answer is bark, and anything else that dogs do is a matter for the Borough Council. And you jolly well ask them to hark. Anyway, your suggestion doesn't rhyme. Smith, would you announce the next section of this grim farrago?
Certainly, sir. Housewives, is your horse red and unsightly? Has he the fetlocks you love to touch? No, then give him Dobbyroids, the magic horse rejuvenator with the soft, chewy centre. Feed your horse on Dobbyroids, Dobbyroids,
Smith! I've warned you about introducing commercials into the show.
I need the money, sir. I want things. I need things. Things the other announcers have got. Look at Alvar Liddell. He's got a pair of underpants with the names of drinks on them. I want a pair like that. Is that just vanity and pomp, sir?
No, of course not, Smith. I understand.
No, you don't. Nobody understands. Look at MacDonald Hobley. We went to announcer's school together. Look at the way he's got on. You see him on television turning up his nose at people who use... It's all very well for him. I can't even afford. I have to shave with a...
What on earth, sir?
Well, it's gone rusty. Oh, it's too much. I can't go on.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to make the announcement. Ken, be a good chap.
Be a good chap? I should, Coco. Jackie. I'm not a common announcer. I'm a trained thespian. Yes, I was trained. You wouldn't ask Dame Edith to do an announcement, would you? Here are the football results. League Division 1, Arsenal 3, West Bromwich Albion 4. Wouldn't go up to her and ask her to be a good chap. No, Ducky, it's just not on. You see, I'm not functional. No, I'm decorative. Ask Pertwee. Ask him. It's not particular what he does.
Bill. You'll help us out, won't you?
Oh, yes, Mr. Horne, sir. I'm not too proud. Yes. Yes, I'll do it for you, sir. The likes of me is beholden to the likes of you. You're a gentleman, sir. Good luck, sir. Bless you, sir. Tis been a bad year at Bleakacre Farm. The sheep's gone dry and a cow won't lay. And now, Hutch.
Pertwee.
Oh, all right. And now, Kenneth Horne, Master Spy.
My lean brown body scythed into the limpid blue water. I turned over on my back and floated lazily, and then adjusting my snorkel, I plunged below the surface. Suddenly, I saw it coming towards me, a killer shark. I slipped off the safety catch of my harpoon and pulled the trigger. The deadly trident cleaved through the water and buried its fangs in the hide of the monster. I was safe. I could breathe easily again. I surfaced, pulled out the plug, and got out of the bath. As the water gurgled down the plug hole, it left a ring. I answered it immediately. Hello, this is your friendly neighborhood spy here.
Oh, Mr. Horne, thank heavens you're there. Sob, sob, gasp, gasp. I'm in terrible trouble. Gulp, gulp, sob, gasp. I'm in the apartment opposite.
Would you come across?
The drop of a hat. But right now, Mr. Horne, I'm desperate. I came home 5 minutes ago to find my father, the well-known atomic scientist, missing, the butler and maid dead, and the chauffeur has disappeared.
Why are you phoning me?
Well, you know how bored you can get on your own. I thought a bit of company would be nice.
I'll be over immediately.
I thought you'd never get here. I'm Dr. Sigmund Eyre's daughter, Frida. Free to my friends.
Oh, I see. Free air.
Yes, but you have to buy 4 gallons.
The authors wish to thank the publishers of the Occult Gazette and Amateur Fistmonger, in which that joke first appeared in 1911. But back to the, you'll excuse the expression, plot.
No, Mr. Horne. I think my father has been kidnapped by a certain unnamed foreign power which we cannot name, called Russia. They're after his nuclear-powered remote control guided banana. Oh, they must not get it. Only you can stop them.
She raised a tear-stained face to me on the end of a pole. She was lovely but wanton, but I knew that if I had my way, she wouldn't be wanton long. She kissed me and fanned my ardor. I returned the kiss, fanning her ardor. Then she spoke, her voice a husky whimper of entreaty.
Would you mind fanning me a bit harder? It's hot.
I caressed that swan-like neck, I stroked that cute, tip-tilted little nose, and I ran my fingers through that luxuriant, silky hair. She spoke again.
Stop fiddling with yourself and pay some attention to me!
I pulled her roughly towards me in my bronze, sinewy arms and pressed my cruel lips against her. Smith?
Yes, sir?
Draw a veil over what transpires next, will you?
Certainly, sir. That evening found Master Spy Horne at MI5 headquarters being briefed.
Well, there you are, Horne. You are now briefed, and a very nice they look on you, too.
Now, about the missing physicist, I have reason to believe he's been kept prisoner by stench in East Berlin. It's going to be a tough assignment.
2 days later, Master Spy Horne made contact with his opposite number at Checkpoint Charlie.
Horne, MI5.
Fritz Wolfgang von Slattenhofen, Grunwald and Halberstadt, American CIA.
I shall want some help over the wall into East Berlin.
That's what I'm here for. Okay, synchronize your watch with mine. 2300 hours.
Right.
Siegfried and out.
Shouldn't that be Roger?
No, Roger is drunk. You can rely on Siegfried. Right. You ready to go over the wall? Good. Climb on my shoulders.
There. Still can't reach.
All right, stay where you are. I'll climb on your shoulders.
There. Here. Hang on a minute. What are we both standing on?
Picked a fine time to bring that up.
Yes. Well, now, how do I get into East Berlin now?
There are several ways. You can tunnel your way under the wall, sneak through disguised as an old apple woman. It's an old trick, but it might just not work. You can dynamite your way in, you can bulldoze your way through with a tank, or you can go on the tram like everyone else does. Now then, there's an all-day spying excursion leaving tomorrow morning. Go on that, but be back before midnight or else you have to pay 6 pfennigs extra.
Once in East Berlin, I headed for a bar called the Pig Dog und Whistle. Well, I knew I could pick up some information. The barmaid, a buxom Rhine maiden, brought me a beer stein and plonked it down on the beer stein tablecloth.
You are a stranger here. What do you want, mein Herr?
Well, your hair, anybody's hair.
Please, das ist gut. You want to buy Americano cigarette, huh? You are looking perhaps for a little female company.
Well, actually, I'm looking for a nuclear physicist.
Will be difficult, but I fix. Come, follow me.
She led me down some steps and through a door into what looked like a garage. Suddenly I realized, too late, it was a trap. Before me stood my adversary, the head of stench, Dr. Chu N. Ginsberg.
Ah, Horne.
Ah, Chu.
Bless you. Ah, welcome return of old joke.
Yes. I thought we'd heard the last of that one.
Not knowing our writers. Look at this script. Aha! 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 And on for pages. Rubbish. Utter rubbish. They won't service me, Ducky. I've asked them. I've pleaded with them. I want servicing, I've said. You see? It's your fault. Sure, you let them get away with any old tripe. They've never had it so good. Never had it so good, those two. Before they come on this show, they never had it at all. It's true. I mean, look what they've written, just maudlin, sentimental twaddle. Listen to this. Marty and me are starving in a cellar in Westbourne Grove. I mean, these good people in the audience don't want to hear that. They want to be taken out of themselves. There's enough misery in the world without Cooke and Feldman adding to it. Oh, I think I'll make the rest up as I go along. Sort of instant Kenneth Williams. Just add an egg, right eyes down for a full flash finish.
All right, Chu N. Ginsberg, what have you done with the nuclear physicist and the atomic banana?
Ah, yes, the atomic... The what?
The atomic banana. Now, pay attention, Williams. It was on page 15.
I don't remember it. Oh, no. Oh, I must have slipped that one in while I was at the back having my sandwiches. Atomic banana, is it? Oh,
They've hit a new low this week. Yes, Mr. Horne, I have the nuclear physicist here. I have Blaine washed him, and now I am going to Blaine wash you.
Blaine?
Blaine! As in chill. You see this machine over here? Giant new automatic 5-minute Blaine wash. Only 12 and 6.
Well, I'm sorry I haven't got any change.
Foiled blast!
I see, as in blast furnace.
Precisely. But still have one trick up my sleeve. Will summon loveliest of all my concubines, Lotus Blossom.
You're so mighty droopy jaw.
Got no respect. Modern girls, all the same. All right, darling. Mr. Horne must not be allowed to escape. You know what to do. Give him the old 1-2.
Right. 1, 2. Keep your sunny side up. Up. Behind the side. Against.
In fun at Clacton, you heard Dame Sybil Thorndyke and the Yardbirds, Peter Silly Thing Gobby, Elf and Lynn Lunt, accordionistically yours, and Bobby Bojangles Helpman, taps in temper. Hitting the high notes were Otto Klemperer and the Tiger Raffermuffins, and striking a blue note was yours truly, Felix Daft as a brush Aylmer, who joins the boys and girls in saying,
And now it's goodbye, Clacton, and hello, the Fraser Hayes Four, who are going to sing a track from their new LP, Pinky and Perky, live at Smithfield's. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fraser Hayes Four.
I like to be fancy-free, I like to live young, I like the old merry-go-round. I like to play lover, but don't like to get stung. I like my 2 feet on the ground. I may date a girl lightly and kiss her politely, but will she get under my skin? Well, my friends, it all depends on the mood I'm in. I like to hear opera or I like to rejoice. I'm not the predictable kind. Whatever the option is, whatever the choice, I like to make up my own mind. If the choice were to break up or kiss her and make up, I'll try not to lead with my chin. Well, my friends, it all depends on the mood I'm in. I may change, you can tell. I may suffer the pangs of remorse. I may change, beat the spell of that old irresistible force. But I'm comfort single, oh, don't look to find me caught up in that marital spin. Yet someday I may sight one who looks like the right one and walks down the aisle with chagrin. You see, my friends, it all depends on the mood I'm in. I may change, you can tell. I may suffer the pangs of remorse. I may change, the spell of that old irresistible force. I'm gonna root single, don't look to find me caught up in that marital spin. Yet someday I may sight one who looks like the right one and walks down the aisle with chagrin. You see, my friends, it all depends on the mood I'm in.
And now the part of the show that keeps you up to date with what today's people are doing. Trends.
Well, first, trendy people. In the studio with us today, we have celebrated society and show business astrologer Maurice Woodrott.
Greetings, especially to those born under the sign of Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Pisces.
Yes, well, now you've made some absolutely amazing predictions in the past, Mr. Woodrott.
Yes, that is quite so. Last year I prophesied the actual date on which Christmas would fall. 8 months before the actual event. And, you know, I was only one day out.
Absolutely amazing.
No, not really, no. I'm gifted with a second side. For instance, it was me who forecast that Colin Jordan would not be the next chief rabbi. I also stated quite definitely that George Brown would not be England's first woman prime minister.
Well, now, will you care to stick your neck out and make a personal prediction about me, for instance?
Well, let me see now. You're Pisces, aren't you?
Yes.
A sudden surprise is in store for you, as a result of which you will have to take immediate and drastic action. And this will all take place in just about 10 seconds.
How can you be sure?
Just slipped a ferret down your trousers.
Trends in music. Today we are delighted, well, perhaps delighted is an understatement, we're horrified to welcome back that doyen of folk singers, Rambling Sid Rumpo.
Follow me, dearie-o, for I'll wordle me scroop till the grusset man comes.
Yes, yes, you do that, yes. But where have you been rambling lately?
Well, after I got my last golden disco, I felt I had to throw off the trammels of urban civilization and get back to the essential rudiments, the simple necessities.
Well, like what?
This bird I got in Saint-Tropez. I have been rummaging in my gander bag for a ditty with which to gladden your old ear-hole, and I'm going to sing you a very picturesque and amusing old country song. It tells the story of an orangutan who would a-wooing go. So off he goes in his best top hat, singing, "Dingle me dandle, follow me leader, Rumpelstiltskin, hey-ho, gammon and spinach."
But that doesn't make sense.
No, but you must admit it's not bad for an orangutan. And then he comes to old Mrs. Owl's door, and he says to her, "Oh, Mrs. Owl, I would fain take you for my wife." Only Mrs. Owl don't want to know him. Not surprising, really. I mean, an orangutan in a top hat is not much of a bargain. Yes, so off he goes again, hippity-hoppity, gammon and spinach, and he proposes to old Mrs. Pussycat.
Oh, no, please don't go on. The thought of what the children would look like is
Yeah,
terrible.
they might look a trifle bizarro, but they wouldn't half keep the mice down. Anyway, me dearie-o, he tries them all, but they all say him nay. So he runs away to sea in a sieve, and of course he drowns. But as he goes down for the third time, he sings, "Now all you gay bachelors listen to me, dingle dangle gammon and spinny. Never get wet if you want to stay free. With a dingle dangle riddle me posset. I'll wallow me gammon and rattle me splee. Splee. Oh, I think I've rattled it.
You should oil it, shouldn't you? Thank you, Rambling Sid.
Thank you.
Not at all. And we all look forward to what we hope will be your next record, the Rambling Sid Rumpo Memorial Album. And now, live from London, if you call that living, the Seamus Android Show.
And tonight, Seamus's guests are Lord Genghis Wilkinson, the well-known dancing cloakroom attendant, Loretta E. Elf with Clarissa, the performing cenopod, and Sid Jubb, the Bishop of Tel Aviv. And now, here is your host, Seamus Android.
Well, now, hello and welcome. Now, our first guest was come here personally to be here himself. No, in person. All the way from the pub next door, shy, bespectacled ex-Smithfield porter, now star of films like the Ipswich File, Michael Bain. Hello and welcome to the show, shy, bespectacled ex-Smithfield porter. Now, you've come a long way from your beginnings in the East End, Michael. Has it changed you at all?
No, see, I mean, we're all living under the shadow of the bomb, aren't we? I mean, it's futile struggling, it won't get you anywhere. At least that's what I tell all the birds I lumber back to my flat.
And you have quite a reputation. You have quite a reputation with women, haven't you? You're constantly being seen in smart night spots with models and film stars and the like.
Yeah, well, it takes your mind off living under the shadow of the bomb, doesn't it?
Yes. Well, today, you yourself are a big star personally. How do you find it?
Just snap my fingers and they come running, don't they?
My next guest is lovely aging film star Miss Jaja Poltergeist. Welcome back on the show, Jaja.
Hello, sweetheart. Oh, it is my pleasure.
That's what I heard, darling.
Yes, well, all right. Now, Michael and I have just been discussing marriage.
No, we haven't. We're talking about birds.
And Jaja, we'd like to know what you think of the qualities of the perfect wife. No, don't show us, just tell us.
Well, first of all, I think she should be a woman.
How true those words are even today.
And she should take an interest in her husband's business. I do. About 75% generally.
Now, this is something you should know about because I believe you've been married several times. How many exactly?
Well, after the last recount, darling, it came out at 84, but there was no liberal standings. I divorced my last husband yesterday.
And now you're free?
Reasonable.
Well, thank you, Jar Jar, and good luck with it. Now, we've got a surprise for you because sitting up there, we've got some of your ex-husbands.
What? In the audience?
They are the audience. All right. All right, now, our last guest tonight is a Hollywood film director, Darrell F. Claphanger. Well, hello, Darrell.
Hello yourself, Buster. Sashay your fat can out of here and let a man hug the camera.
Well, now you were quoted...
I'll go back to my place after the show. Drinks after the show, okay?
Now, you were quoted as saying recently that you were going to make specialized films for the overseas market.
That's right, yes.
Would you like to elucidate?
Don't give me them $10 words, Mac. You're just as ignorant as I am. IGGNURRENT, ignorant. And I'm proud of it. I'm a simple homespun small-town boy who's made good. I'm part of the American dream, the part you have just before you wake up screaming. Is that funny or is that funny? Boy, I'm a riot, R-Y-E-T.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, now. What's
Yeah, come on.
What sort of pictures? What sort of pictures are these that you're making?
Well, my boy, a whole new market in the Middle East. I'm remaking big pictures especially for showing in Israel.
How do you mean exactly?
Well, for instance, we're remaking the Yellow Rose of Texas. We're going to call it Yellow Mose of Texas. And we're redoing some of the other classics. Mary Poppins. How gold is green was my valley. And our marvelous idea we have Never on Saturday. But my biggest is going to be an adaptation of Ian Fleming's Thunderball. We're calling that Matzo Ball. We got David Kossoff playing II-7, you know.
Well, I'm sure we could go on talking all night, if only I could think of something to say. But before I sign off, I have a postcard here from a viewer who makes a very interesting suggestion. But in spite of that, I'll be back next week.
Who says television is killing conversation, eh? That sort of conversation is killing television. Well, that brings us to the end of our show, except for the hangover question, which is, whatever was I doing dancing naked in the fountain in Trafalgar Square last night? Answers, please, to my solicitors, Gross Harbour, Landlust and Gladys. Cell Block 3, Dartmoor. Cheerio, see you next week.
This show came to you by the courtesy of Dobbyroid's Magic Horse Rejuvenators.
I like a horse who likes me enough to give me a Dobbyroid.
I won for Uncle.
Appearing in it were Kenneth Horne with Kenneth Williams, Hugh Paddick, Betty Marsden and Bill Pertwee. On the musical side, you heard the Fraser Hayes Four and Edwin Braden and the Hornblowers. The script was written by Barry Cooke and Marty Feldman, and the show is produced by John Simmons.